is a flame of fire. On his head were many crowns, and he had a name written that no man knew but he himself.
Every voice praise ye the Lord, God Almighty, Lord of lords, Lord of spirits, the Creator, y'all. But anyhow, I come on here today. Y'all better get ready. We getting ready to throw the Wiz, the color is gold party, VIP, only to those that have purchased grills with me. Look, we're going to be doing some serious giveaways. I'm going to be announcing it soon. So you're going to be able to register for the event. VIP. Best dress is going to win. We're going to do a woman and a male. We're going to do a $500 giveaway for the woman, a $500 giveaway for the male. So I want you to bring your jewels, your gold, your garments. I want you to be pretty because we about to do the dang thing, baby. I got y'all. We're going to be doing some announcements. We're going to be having some fun. Yes, you can drink your wine or whatever you drink, but we definitely going to have some security. You hear me? Because it's a Hebrew. Still a Hebrew party now, so we got to keep it clean. Ain't no drunkenness up in there. You hear me? Ain't no drunkenness. So, if you want to experience a Hebrew party, the Wiz, bring your golds.
Bitch in the gun, stack, can't listen. Bitch in the gun, stack, can't listen. And I'm stacking up treasures in heaven. Where moth nor rust do corrupt. If thou seekest her as gold and silver, thou shalt understand the fear of it. And I'm stacking up treasures in heaven. Where moth nor rust do corrupt. If thou seekest her as gold and silver, thou shalt understand. I'm stacking up treasures in heaven, you hear me? I ain't stacking up these riches. I ain't talking 20s and 50s and worry about no change and no paper stuffed up in my britches, you hear me? I'm stacking up treasures in heaven, you hear me? I ain't stacking up these riches. I ain't talking 20s and 50s and worry about no change and no paper stuffed up in my britches, you hear me? I'm stacking up treasures in heaven, you hear me? I ain't stacking up these riches. I ain't talking 20s and 50s and worry about no change and no paper stuffed up in my britches, you hear me? I'm stacking up treasures in heaven, you hear me? Bitch in the gun, stack, can't listen. Bitch in the gun, stack, can't listen.
I want to give all the praises and the honor to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, Recha HaKodash, and double honors to the elder apostles and even the elder bishops of Great Millstone. Honors and salute to you other brethren, you fellow believers of this faith, even you few sisters, all you supporters of the faith in this ministry, and shalom to the elect. I want to go on this video. I think I've seen this, some brothers did this on this woman with the grills, but that's why I put the other clip in. I don't think it had anything to do with the first video, but the fact that our people are in a time of mirth. They are like another form of Christians. Christians do the songing and dancing and singing for joy. Now, the point of the song, the singing, right? When we get to the kingdom of heaven, we will rejoice. First of all, the Christians believe that their salvation is guaranteed. That's why they do that. But with us, and we say a Great Millstone, we understand that nothing is guaranteed except the elect. So the just shall live by faith. Just like in the Passovers, there was fear in the land when the Lord came to pass over, right, in Egypt. So there was fear in the land. The dancing and the singing, I think as Josias did, right, and he got killed. We're not in the time of dancing and singing. We're in Egypt and Babylon. And when the deliverance is coming, we understand the hand of the Lord, the fear of the Lord, Psalms 47:2, saying the Most High is terrible. So the fear of the Lord is critical in this walk. And we can't be sitting up there singing and dancing and putting grills in our faces, right? This is not the spirit of the Lord. The spirit of the Lord is walked by faith. And by faith, there's fear in that faith. So I think this is too much. I think as the scripture says, make not my father's house a house of merchandise, although I didn't get that, but that's what the scripture says. Let me get that real quick. I think it's John. No, I just lost everything. Okay, John 2:16. And he said unto them that sold doves, take these things hence, make not my father's house a house of merchandise. So now to go further to the lesson, to get to the point, what you see here is the worship of merging of gods, right? So when we go to Exodus 20, well, first let's get Exodus 3:8. It says a time of love and a time for hate, a time of war and a time for peace. Peace goes to quietness, and we damn sure ain't in a time of peace. So I don't understand all the extra songing and dancing. But what we're going to show you is the children of Israel has always managed to worship Yahweh with the merging of other gods. So when you see this rap and this extra R&B and these extra songs of singing, and then they got the rap and the beats going with it. Now, if they're really with the Lord, they will go and just use some instruments, some tangerines, and they will sing unto the Lord. They wouldn't be putting these rap videos or these kind of entertainment that is of Satan. That's the workings of Satan. All you've managed to do is merge the truth into a lie, right? Now, I'm not saying even go out and start singing. You don't even know if you're the elect. There's fear in this, man. Exodus 20:2. I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, the power, out of the house of bondage. Thou shalt have no other God before me. As I keep saying, when you read all these commentaries and you go into the history, the children of Israel has always merged gods, the Yahweh, to other gods. So they would do the same thing. They would sit up there and they would have these songs and dances, right? And they would call out in the name of Yahweh, right? But then they would have all this extra stuff going on, dancing half naked. I'm not saying these people are, but the woman don't even have her dress garment all the way clothed down. I'm not sure if she had a head covering. It's all nothing but entertainment, man. You know, it is sick. We should not be indulging in these heathenistic practices. The scripture says, woe to the bloody city is all full of lies and robbery. So we're going to get an example of that same sickness that we witnessed, or going back in the time of Numbers, right? Let me get that real quick. Let's go to Numbers 25:6. It says, and behold, one of the children of Israel came and brought unto his brethren a Midianitish woman, right? So, you know, you had, it says Midianitish. So basically it was still likely a heathen. And, you know, and even if it, you know, some people say it could have been Israelite, but even still, he was still following after a heathen woman, right? That was still a heathen. It says, and because when you read on it, it talks about bordering in comers into the land of Midian, right? So it says, the Midianitish woman, in the sight of Moses and in the sight of the congregation of the children of Israel, who were weeping before the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. And when Phinehas, the son of Eleazar, the son of Aaron, by the way, the word Phinehas means mouth of brass, which means Egyptian Negro. You can look that up. It says, that's why when somebody comes up and talking about who the Israelites were or whatever, well, that's a go-to cut right there. They didn't think we would figure that out. And Phinehas, the son of Eleazar, the son of Aaron, the priest, saw it. He rose up from among the congregation, took a javelin in his hand, and he went after the man of Israel into the tent and thrust, right, both of them through. Now, there was nothing wrong with men taking Midianite women, We see this with Moses when he ordered his men to take the Midianites and get all the women that not lay with men, right? But Zimri, I think his name was, he was the one that was practicing the custom. It would have been just like this. It would have been just like this with the grills, right? This woman, like, what's his name? Achan, when he took the gold, the Babylonian gold, and this is what this woman did and put it in her mouth. This is what they're doing with the dances, the customs of the heathen. Now, what the women was able to do in the ancient times, they were able to convince Israelite men to keep the heritage of Yahweh, but to merge their gods with them. When you read that, look that up. That's what they were doing. That's how they trick you. Just like the Israelite woman today will still trick you. She will come into the truth just for the sake of getting the control. Letting you be in control is her control. And then she will come up in the right time and sting you like a serpent. So anyway, and he went after the man of Israel, went into his tent and thrust both of them through, the man of Israel and the woman, through the belly. So the plague was stayed from the children of Israel. So the reason why I'm bringing this up, because it's not that this Zimri, I think his name is, he wasn't still following the Lord, which he technically wasn't. But what they've managed to do is always merge themselves to other gods. This is why the Lord says, I'm the Lord your God, thou shalt have no other God before me. And we know the Lord is jealous. So the children of Israel always wanted a king. So the Lord gave them Saul to set Saul up to go off. It's kind of like if you got, you have children, you're a father, you have children, and your children want to be like the neighbors down the street. You gave them a specific order and things that they need to do, but they're going down the corner. They're always hanging at their house, doing everything for them. Now, what the Lord did is allowed us to do that, to show us, right, what it's like not to serve him. And this is an example of why we shouldn't be out singing and dancing in the customs of the heathen. Right? Humble yourselves in the sight of the Lord. You ain't saved. You don't know if you're going to get delivered on the first go around. You don't know that. Anyway, moving on. Amos 5:23. Take thou away from me the noise of those songs, for I will not hear them. Not hear the melody of the viols. Right. So I took the liberty to do a little commentary, going in a little commentary. It says, Eliot commentary. The very sound of the tumultuous songs was a burden to Yahweh. Now, why are they tumultuous? Right? Tumult goes into, let me look that up. I believe it goes into dangerous. When you hear that kind of rap music or that kind of rap, and then you merge the Lord with that kind of mannerism, right? You can't serve two masters. It says, marked by tumult, loud, excited, and emotional. Okay, that's what it is. Loud, oh, I'm glad I looked this up again. Tumult, loud, excited, and emotional. And it's all for the entertainment. It's all for people to say, well, look at us. We're waking up. And then there's a lot of Israelites who will come to us and say, you hate your brother because we're not allowing them to run rampant and sick and wicked doctrines. We set the standard at Great Millstone. We set the standard on the behavior, even amongst ourselves that go off, right? We set the standard on how to behave, okay? Trust in the Lord. It's not you that's waking them up. It's the Heavenly Father that's waking them up. And this is the problem a lot of these camps have. I'm not waking a soul up. I'm just used as a vessel to go out and wake up the soul. Why make it harder than what it is? Why do we have to fly to Africa, right? Why do we have to get a stage and get a picnic fest? We're doing the manners of the heathen. That's what's happening. You're following the customs of the people in Jeremiah 10. The customs of the people are vain. There's not a reason to be merging the truth of what we follow into something like that. Now that's left-hand energy. The Lord created rap music. That rap music was created for self-destruction. I'm not saying that some people don't listen to music on their own. All I'm saying is when it comes to the truth, it has to be pure. We can't mix another kind of spirit with the truth. That's adding another God to the truth. That's what it is. So when you hear this rap and them jumping around on the stage, you think of Lil Wayne. You think of Gucci Mane. You think of the rest of these rappers. I'm talking about these thug rappers. That's the mindset you're in, okay? But a lot of groups like it. You know, I think it's the Pied Piper. It brings in other people. So anyway, let's go on to a little more. It says, where am I at? Trying to get the 5 and 23. Okay. And was a burden to Yahweh, as Yahushua cleansed the temple, so would the dispel all these hypocritical and perilous confusion of ideas. Right? Now to the Cambridge. The songs and the music accompanied with the worship are rejected by Yahweh. Likewise, it says Jehovah, but Yahweh. It says, of what nature these were in pre-exilic times, we do not precisely know. The description of the Chronicles reflect the usage of a much later age when the temple music was more highly organized and distinctly liturgical. Psalms are also all probably post-exilic. So it says the praises of sinful Israel are represented as the burden of Yahweh. Okay? So at the end of the day, when you have a vibration of the rap music and some of the R&B, and then you have the women up there singing and telling everybody to listen up, and then the man skipping back and forth. And this woman kind of reminds me of the Bishop Nathaniel's wife, setting things up to, to keep the movement, so to speak, to keep the idea, of excitement and entertainment. See, the problem with entertainment, you got to keep entertaining. Entertain goes to distraction. Enter into distraction. You got to keep the people distracted because they're faithless. We don't have to do that. We don't need the extras to keep the people entertained, right? All we need is the word of the Lord. And the Most High is beautiful because the Most High uses us through some form of entertainment to get on these other groups. And I guarantee you there's no other group that's going to stand up and say, this is wrong. This is not how we should behave. We're not in the time of mirth. We're not in the time in the kingdom of heaven. But this is what happens when you teach we're the new covenant, right? Anyway, I hope this lesson was edifying. That's all I have on that. Shalom.